It was speculated upon before, and now it's confirmed. EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2 will have its galaxy-wide premiere at next month's Star Wars Celebration. The first trailer for the game will be showcased on April 15th, 11:30 AM PST, 2:30 PM ET, and 7:30 PM UK time. DICE, Criterion, and Motive Studios will hold a special panel to discuss the game along with debuting the trailer. EA showcased the first Battlefront at last year's Celebration with an in-engine trailer. Gameplay footage would be released at E3 2017. Could that be the same pattern this year? Star Wars Battlefront 2 won't just have more locations, heroes, and characters from across different films, like the recent Episode 7 The Force Awakens and upcoming Episode 7 The Last Jedi. It will also have a single-player campaign, addressing complaints many had with the original. Days Gone, the ambitious zombie action game by Sony Bend that Sony revealed at its E3 conference last year, has been largely missing from the public eye ever since, prompting some speculation that the game is far out from release. However, that may not be the case, at least if this Australian retailer is to be believed. Australian retailer Games Only has this scheduled for a release on August 22nd. Whereas nothing we've seen so far indicates that the game is ready for prime time later this year, we do need to point out that August 22nd is a Tuesday, which is when most games release, and that Sony may just be priming for a quick turnaround from release date announcements to release with this game, to avoid the delays that otherwise consistently plague their first-party games. But as of right now, this remains entirely unsubstantiated, so as much as I want it to be true, I would take this with a healthy helping of salt. Little to nothing is known about The Last of Us Part 2 right now. We know it exists, we know it stars an older Ellie and that Joel is also in the game, and we have a teaser trailer for it. But that's about it really. We don't know much else. However, speaking to Game Informer, Evan Wells, president of Naughty Dog, suggested that the game will have a great story. The Last of Us Part 2 will be a great game. We actually just got the story pitch from Neil Druckmann very recently, and it's going to be amazing, Wells said. This obviously makes sense. The story for the original game was standout. Any numbered sequel to it had to be at least as good. While there were some doubts about The Last of Us Part 2, the first game stuck the landing so well after all, plus Bruce Straley isn't going to be working on the sequel. If Wells' words are any assurance, then those were unfounded. The Last of Us Part 2 will launch exclusively for the PlayStation 4 at some point in the future. Bungie's Destiny 2 received its first trailer, which set up the story and the struggle that Guardians will go through. According to Activision CEO Eric Hirschberg in a public statement, we can expect a pretty awesome new story this time around. Destiny was the biggest launch of a new console video game franchise ever. Along with our incredibly talented partners at Bungie, we are focusing on making Destiny 2 even better, with state-of-the-art first-person action, an awesome new story, great characters, and thoughtful innovations that make the game more accessible to all different kinds of players. We're also bringing Destiny 2 to the PC platform for the first time. Destiny 2 will make an already great game franchise better than ever. Bungie CEO Pete Parsons also noted that, "We're looking forward to sharing a fresh, inviting story, and with the upcoming Destiny 2 beta slated for this summer, we're eager to get feedback from millions of players around the world who will get a glimpse of the new adventures that will unfold for all of us." Together with our partners at Activision, we're thrilled to get Destiny 2 in the hands of players in September. Destiny 2 will be out on September 8th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Pre-ordering it now will grant you a code to access the open beta early. That'll be it for this video. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.